Hello everyone, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet where I talk all things planners, fountain pens, and fountain pen inks. Today I am unboxing a little haul that I purchased from PenChalet. I do have an affiliate link in the description below so that you can get $10 off your first order from PenChalet. Let's get started. So just opening this up here, moving this out of the way. There's a few things that I ended up purchasing. The first is, yes, another bottle of Sailor Yoromeku Kitsune Biori. Love this one. And the reason that I am buying another one is because, let me just find my other bottle of Kitsune Biori. There's like very little left in there. I've given away some as samples to friends, but I love this ink so much that I had to buy another bottle, and I will swatch it again just for recording purposes. Then I purchased 3 more Sailor, here we go, Sailor ink samples. First is, what is this? The Sailor Mono 3rd edition Curie. And then we have Nagi. And then lastly, we have Azuki. Along with that, I also purchased some Browse ornament nibs. These are in the 5mm. So I already have 2 in the 3mm that I received from the monoline workshop at the San Francisco Pen Show with Bachori. And now I have the 5mm, which it doesn't look like a huge difference, but when you see the 3mm versus the 5mm, you can see the huge difference there. Oh my gosh, that one is off. Okay, but I wanted to purchase some more Browse ornament nibs now that I know actually how to use them. But also, PenChalet did have the 3mm, but they were on special order. They were taking quite a bit of time, so I canceled it. But I think they do have, I need to double check, but they do have some of the Browse ornament nibs in stock as well. I'm going to talk more about these in a video that I'll be doing in the future about my favorite ink swatching tools. And in that video, I'll also mention the best way to care for these nibs as well. So watch out for that. All right, let's go ahead and swatch these. I'm going to be swatching in my Hobonichi A5 notebook with 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. I'll also be doing a sample swatch card. I do this for every ink that I have ever tried in my whole fountain pen journey. I actually want to take out my little bit messy. These are ones that I haven't filed yet, but like these are all the inks that I have ever tried in my whole fountain pen journey these last 4 years. Like, obviously, I don't own every single one of these, but it's nice to see every single ink that I have ever tried. All right, let's get started. For swatching, I will be using my 3mm Browse ornament nib as well as my stainless steel Kakimori nib. And this is on the River City Pen Co. nib holder. And this is from just a, although I do want to actually switch that up and put it in my Zodiac Pen Co. nib holder. Fits nicely in there, making sure that you do have enough space so that you're not dipping this part in the water. Okay, so the first ink I'm going to swatch is one that I already have in my collection, but for recording purposes, oh my gosh, it's going to make me, there we go. I'm always afraid of ripping the boxes, but I do keep the boxes. This is such a gorgeous ink, one of my favorites. So let's go ahead, and when you're dipping your ink in there, or your nib in there, you never want to go past the blue or the dark sections because those are the reservoirs. Ooh, so let's go ahead. This is an ink that you never know if it's brown or pink or even gray. That's why I love this ink so much, is because you're like, what is it? Yeah. Oh, isn't that pretty? Just wait for it to dry because it looks a little plain right now, but once it's dried, it's just a fantastic, beautiful color. Also quite legible as well. So this is Sailor, Yurameku, Kitsune, Biori. One of my favorite inks ever. I think this is actually the only ink that I've ever purchased a second bottle of. There's other inks in my collection that I've had second bottles of from generous people, but this is the only ink that I've ever purchased a second bottle of. So that is Kitsune Biori. Next we have Sailor Manyo Azuki. So this is the 3rd edition of the Manyo inks. And I haven't tried too many from the 2nd edition. Ooh. Again, an ink that already reminds me of my most recent Kobe ink, Strawberry Chocolate. Lovely pink. Oh, I like that. Beautiful. I wonder what it's like once I actually start writing with it. We'll see. So this is Sailor. Oh, lovely. Manyo Azuki. Really pretty. What I love about Sailor inks is their chromo shading properties, and I cannot wait to see what that looks like once that's dry. So that is Sailor Manyo Azuki. Next we have Sailor Manyo Akuri, and this one looks like this on the cap. So I'm wondering how legible this one is actually going to be and whether this is going to be more of a brown or a beige. We'll see. Ooh. Oh, I like that already. Although it does look like it's going to be quite light. So will this actually be legible? I'm not sure. But that looks so pretty. What is it going to look like when we're writing with it? So that's Sailor Manyo Kuri. It looks like a grayish purple to me with a little bit of pink as well. That is really interesting. Oh, I am really liking that. Look at the properties that are coming out in that. That is so cool. So Sailor Manyo Kuri. And last but not least, we have Sailor Manyo Nagi. Oh gosh, you know what? I'm watching Sailor Manyo Kuri just transform in front of me, and it's gorgeous. Okay, sorry. Sailor Manyo Nagi. Let's see what this one looks like. Ooh. Okay. I never thought I was really into like teals or anything like that, but this is beautiful. It's not even really a teal. It's that kind of grayish blue that I really like. Similar to possibly Diamine Celadon Cat or Ferris Wheel Press Storied Blue, or even one of the Amarillo Stationery inks. So this is Sailor Manyo Nagi. Gorgeous. I cannot wait to see that when it's fully dry. I'm going to compare it to Diamine Celadon Cat and see. Looks like it's going to be a little bit darker than that, but that is stunning. Oh, lovely, lovely. So there are all the 4 inks from my most recent PenChalet haul. I love them. Well, of course, I love Kitsune Biori because that one is a favorite of mine, but I really like these and the way that I've chosen them now. I want to compare Sailor Manyo Azuki. Feels very similar to some other inks that I have tried. I'm thinking, at first I thought Sailor Ink Studio 237, but this is a lot more pink than that. And then I'm thinking, what are some other pinks that it might look similar to? I thought maybe Spadina Rose, but this one looks darker in tone. Then going through some other pink inks in my collection. Oh, I was thinking maybe Studio 273, but this is definitely lighter with a lot more beige in it. And then I'm thinking possibly, that's what I thought. Strawberry chocolate. It does look very similar to Kobe strawberry chocolate, although this one is, the strawberry chocolate is a little warmer than Sailor Manyo Azuki, but very, very similar. And then we have Sailor Manyo Kuri. I don't know what to classify that is because it looks gray, it looks purple, and I don't know if there's like maybe tiny hints of yellow in it, and I don't know what to compare that to. I was looking through my grays, but it doesn't really look like it's gray. Maybe, oh, it looks very similar to Ferris Wheel Press Madame Mulberry, possibly. Or let's look through my purples and see if there's a light purple that could possibly match with that. I was thinking the Antique Aubergine, but no, that one's warm. Definitely, sorry, not warmer, but cooler in tone. Really interesting ink, and I'm excited to see what this will look like in a pen. But no, I can't find anything in my purple collection that would match that. Lastly, Sailor Manyo Nagi. Now, at first I thought it was very similar to Diamond Celadon Cat, and there are some similarities, but I feel like Sailor Manyo Nagi is more green, so leaning more towards teal, whereas Celadon Cat is definitely bluer. And then I thought maybe instead of comparing it to, because I have it comparing it to Amarillo Blue Suntan, this is definitely more blue, and this is leaning more towards the green. I thought maybe it's under, let's go to my teals here. Oh, somebody has knocked something over upstairs. Don't know if you heard that. So in my teals, it looks like it could even be just a darker version of the Amarillo Stationery Teal waistband. Really pretty color. I wasn't expecting to like that one as much, or even all three of them, but they're really, really, really fun. So that is my small little ink haul from PenChalet. I'm so happy with these. When was the last time I actually bought ink samples? I cannot remember, but I had credit that I wanted to use at PenChalet, and I thought, well, an ink sample is a great way to use up some of that credit, and I'm so glad I chose these. I'm gonna try and feature these in my 15 inks 30 days for October, but if not, then definitely November. All right, but that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have yourselves a great day.